Welcome to the Bellarine Catchment Network's bird identification tutorial. What's great about today is that no matter where you are or where you live, so long as you have a window, a balcony or a backyard, you too can get to know these beautiful birds that live all around us. Our hope is that this tutorial will guide you through some simple strategies that you can use to identify the birds that live around you, get to know them better, and maybe even contribute to some local or global conservation efforts. Where we are today is called Swan Bay and it's a wetland habitat. Wetland habitats are unique around the world and rarely found, even though they're a critical resource for thousands of plants and animals. Some wetlands are protected around the world by the Ramsar Convention, which most countries around the world are members of, and you could think of it like the United Nations for wetlands. Swan Bay is one of 5 Ramsar protected wetlands along the Bellarine Peninsula, and all of them are essential habitat for birds. In this tutorial, beginner bird watchers are going to learn some simple strategies that you can use to identify the birds that you see. And I'm going to introduce you to a helpful app that's going to make this process a whole lot easier. At a distance, all birds can look like black specks if you're too far away, so you do want to try and get to within about 50 metres to see them properly, and then use some binoculars to get even closer to see their details. For beginner and intermediate bird watchers, we recommend downloading the free app Merlin Bird ID. It will guide you through identifying which bird you're looking at by asking 5 simple questions. Once you've spotted a bird, consider its size. Is it big, or is it small, or is it somewhere in between? Size differences are often the only way to tell birds apart who are almost identical in appearance. Do your best to decide, and over time you'll see enough species to be able to know what small or large looks like. What are the main colours of the bird you're looking at? You'll notice that a lot of birds are grey or brown, but that's because it helps them to blend into their background. And when you're trying to stay alive, blending in is really important. Look for any streaks or spots that might be brightly coloured, like white or blue or green. These tiny details will help you to distinguish between different species. Birds are grouped based on the characteristics that they share and where they live. And some examples of that are songbirds who live in the woodlands or water birds who live in the wetlands. Merlin Bird ID keeps it really simple for you and asks you just to decide what is your bird doing. I can see that this black swan is swimming, so I'm going to select wading or swimming. Merlin Bird ID will then use your location and the data from thousands of other observations to decide what bird you're most likely to be looking at. Then select "This is my bird" and you can listen to their calls, read more about them, and start to keep a record of all the birds that you've seen. Once you've had a bit of practice with Merlin Bird ID, you can then log your data using the free sister app eBird. This information will help scientists to track and protect birds worldwide. By tracking and observing bird numbers, we can get an indicator of the health of their habitats, but also the overall health of the environment. I hope you've seen how easy bird watching is, and with birds all around us, you can get started straight away, whether you're in your backyard or in a beautiful place like this at Swan Bay, and all of your bird sightings will help contribute to better management of their habitats and their overall conservation.